recent clinical months, USCE related LOR. So June, July, August, uh, you are now basically each month counts. So you should be setting up these rotations, doing these rotations. Now, many of our students will do rotations in September, but remember your LORs, if the physician uploads by 17th or 18th of September, it still takes a week to go through the system. So if you do it in September, make sure the LORs are uploaded by 17th or 18th of September. But pretty much each month now, you should be doing the rotations.
Welcome to USMLE SART. We are committed to empowering IMGs. We're excited to guide you on your match journey. Don't forget to click subscribe and turn on notifications so you can get notified whenever we add new content. Also, follow us on Instagram and Twitter for the latest tips and tricks regarding everything USMLE. Now, let's dive into it.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our channel at USMLE SART. We are so excited to guide you on this match journey. Today with me, I have our chief mentor, Pawan Kira, and we are going to talk about what should we be doing now that it is June. Hi, Pawan. How are you doing?
Good. And yeah, thank you, Shayla. And like you said, we want to discuss what we want to do in June, especially now since the token date, etc., has been made available, pathways have opened. So let's start the discussion.
Great. And make sure to follow along with us. We are doing a series each month. So far, we've done January through May. We talked about getting rotations and research set up, how to get when the ERAS deadline was announced, things like that. So stay on track with us and we'll jump into it. Okay, so you mentioned that the pathways have opened. So what exactly does that mean? What do students need for pathways?
So most of the students who will go into the match, there are 6 pathways. We have videos on that. Not much has changed since the last couple of seasons. Most students will fall in pathway 1, and so they should follow that pathway. There are some students who will fall in pathway 6. These are the students who've not been able to clear the old CS, and that's why they have to go through pathway 6. There's something called mini CEX, where you need to get yourself evaluated by 6 physicians. So it's a different process altogether, but whatever your pathways you're eligible for, you should know at this point. If you don't know, call ECFMG, but most of you will be in pathway 1, and pathways have opened. So pathways are prerequisite to ECFMG certification, and certification will be good to have before you apply to the with your application on September 25th. So pathways are open, and get started on getting your pathways approved.
So one question we get, do they have to take their exams before applying for the pathway?
I don't think so. I think the step 1 and CK and OET are required for certifications, but you can initiate the pathway approval independently, I think.
Okay, great. And then going along with that, we're going to talk about the token. So the token was announced, the date was announced, I think last month. But when does the token open, and what does that mean?
So yes, so for this coming season for the IMGs tokens, the MyRAS token will be available starting June 26th. So what that means is once you purchase the token, your account is going to be activated. Then you can start working on your application. So whether it is your the RAS application, personal statement, requesting the letters of recommendation, most important, you will be requesting LORs from the physicians, uploading your transcripts and other documents. All that will be available starting June 26th if you purchase the token. So we highly recommend you do it as soon as possible, especially for the LORs. If you have finished a rotation in May or even in June, the sooner you request the LOR, the better it is.
Great. So you're talking about those LORs. Can the students upload them themselves, or does it have to go through the physician?
No. So there are 2 kinds of LORs. One is the waived LOR, the other is the unwaived LOR. And we have a complete class on what type of LORs, how do you request an LOR, things you should note in an LOR, or physicians should note how to get a compelling LOR. So there is an entire series of classes we have, but briefly, you cannot upload a waived LOR. Waived LOR means you have waived the right to see the LOR. So obviously, then you cannot upload the LOR. You have to send a separate request to the physicians, and only the physicians should be able to upload the waived LOR. We only recommend waived, although you can upload an unwaived LOR. I don't think it has any value. So focus on waived LOR. You have to request the physician through the system, and then the physician will upload the LOR.
And what does it look like if the physician asks the student to draft or write the LOR?
Yeah, so again, a good question, and that happens very frequently, especially in the busy seasons. The physicians will say, why don't you show me a draft? I'll approve it, I'll upload it. So again, we have very detailed guidance on how do you structure it, what do you put in a draft LOR, and how do you make a compelling LOR. In case the physician asks you to do that, you still, the final LOR has to be uploaded by the physician. So let's say you draft it, he or she approves it, they still have to do it. So I recommend, if you have issues with your LOR, you don't know what to write, how to write it, if you enroll in our classes, we should be able to help you.
Great, thank you. So we were talking about LORs. You have to do rotations, obviously, to get those. So we're at June now. We have less than 4 months till the match date. What should students be doing as far as rotations and research goes?
Right. So, as we all know, most students will need uh, at least 3 recent clinical months USCE related LOR. So June, July, August. Uh, you are now basically, each month counts. So you should be setting up these rotations, doing these rotations. Now, many of our students will do rotations in September, but remember, your LORs, if the physician uploads by 17th or 18th of September, it still takes a week to go through the system. So if you do it in September, make sure the LORs are uploaded by 17th or 18th of September. But pretty much each month now, you should be doing the rotations. When it comes to research, now would also be the time to finalize your papers, send it out for the journals, etc. Publications are hard in the last it takes a lot more time than 3 months to get it published, but probably your paper can be accepted. There are a lot of conferences where you can send an abstract or a conference presentation. So work on all of that. We do have a lot of research classes starting where we do exactly the same thing. Our faculty will help you submit before the match deadline. Again, publication is not a guarantee before 25th September, but we'll make every effort to submit it. And of course, if it's a conference abstract, most of the times they can be accepted. So now almost the home run, and each month should count when it comes to rotations, research. Some of you may be doing the CK, so get the CK done with, so that there is time to get ECFMG certified. Many of you may need step 3 also. So plan accordingly so that everything can be done before September 25th.
Great, and I just wanted to throw out there to reach out to us, because we do have a lot of rotations that are still available, excuse me, for June, July, August, and September. A lot of them are filling, so reach out to us now so we can get those booked for you.
And the other thing which we got a lot of queries on is there are still a lot of students who are not getting visa. The appointments are delayed and such. So in that case, what we recommend is, rather than not apply, take a chance with tele-rotations. There are cases that students match with only tele-rotation even now. It's not recommended if you are in the US, but if you cannot travel with only 3 months to go, at least start the tele-rotation so that you have a reasonable chance of matching. Without a USLOR, becomes hard to get the interviews and to match.
Great. Okay, just a couple more topics for June. So one is the personal statement and CV. Is now a good time to get started on those?
I think when it comes to personal statement, now you should be gathering your the storyline, whether it is the experiences you've had in the US as part of your rotations, your work experiences. So personal statement does take a long time. It's not one and done. And we have several videos on how to structure your personal statement. We will also have classes step by step on the personal statement. So at this point, start gathering your experiences, whether it is the clinical experiences, teamwork, leadership experiences, whatever will fit in your story, because that can change. Start getting those experiences together. When it comes to CV, when the ERAS token is available, take a look at it. You will have 10 experiences. Um, Still too early to finalize it in June, but again, as you go through the rotations, as you go through your research experiences, you can always put it in the draft and make changes later. But remember, there are only 10 experiences you can put in. Now would be a good time to at least evaluate how many US clinical experiences you're going to put in, hobbies, research, volunteer experiences, work experiences. So all put together, you should start kind of drafting these, because you cannot go beyond 10. So those would be the recommendations that you have to start in June.
Okay, perfect. And then the last topic students always wonder about is program outreach. What exactly is that, and when should they start doing program outreach?
Yeah, so program outreach is important. We have several classes on it, again, on what program outreach is, how do you do it, what to say, what not to say. But basically, program outreach and networking is a way where you make yourself visible to a program. You express your interest, your fit to the specialty and to the program. So a lot of research is needed about the program. You cannot have generic emails being sent. So program outreach and networking can be done in various ways: by emails, LinkedIn, attending conferences, connecting with your alumni, etc. Now would be a good time to start researching the programs and start activating your network. So we do recommend that our students who have already started, but yeah, June should be the time when you should start the outreach. And if you need help, of course, our classes can help.
And our match students also have access to our personalized list of programs as well that can kind of help you get an idea of where to start.
Yes, absolutely. So not only they have access to all the classes, but also program list, which they can filter based on their score, YOG, other criteria, so that they can see which programs to focus on. And of course, they can read the notes from other students and reach out, start the outreach at these programs.
Great, that's everything that we have for June. Was there any last tips you wanted to add?
No, I think that was all. And like I said, we are getting to the home run now. So each month will count, and we'll have more updates in the next month. But again, if you need help, set up time with us. Sheila and I can go over your profile, and if you're interested, enroll for our classes.
Sounds great. Thanks, Puan. Good luck, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. We hope that video provided valuable insights for your journey. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. And check out our website for details on how we can guide you to a successful match.